The shot is good off the backboard. George has got the first points up on the board here for Los Angeles. Here's Dallas. Doncic with it. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Passes to Zubats. Outside Jackson. From deep. And no good that time. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Doncic with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Here's Kleba. Nice move. He takes it up and lays it in.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
And here's Jackson. Pass to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Here's the dish to Morris. Misses it from 7 feet out. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Leonard looking over the floor. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And so here are the Clippers. The Mavericks making the shot. The shot by George, wide open. The long distance three is buried. George has got 5 points so far.
One of George's main strengths, able to stretch the floor with his outside shooting.
Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Fires from 14. And it's Doncic missing.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Here's George. The Mavericks making the shot. Oh, my goodness!
Did you see
what
that
a play!
Unbelievable. Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Now he's checked in for Porzingis. Nicolo Melli comes in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Nicolo Melli. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
And it's the Clippers with the ball, following the score by Dallas. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. Kennard against Hardaway. Kennard, the pass to Ibaka.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
And Redick kicks to Marjanovic. Marjanovic against Kennard. Cousins, the pass to Ibaka. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Kennard. The rebound by Marjanovic.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Five seconds left to play in the first. And a deep three from Redick. And so the first quarter is in the books. Mavericks ahead. They're up by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Recently,
old school basketball. Yeah.
Now pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
We've got DeMarcus Cousins, Patrick Beverly out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Mann in at the 3 slot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Doncic. A nice shot by Melli.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Kennard.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Zinkis, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Nicolo Melli. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Stolen by Beverly. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. That gives them the lead. Beverly's got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
It's Richardson on the wing. The pass to Kleber. Looking to end the run. Great D that time from Batum.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. The Clippers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. 6 on the shot clock. Knocked away. It's stolen by Marjanovic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Hits it from three-point range. Morris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
One of the more instinctive passes over the last decade. Rondo quickly locates the open man.
Redick finds Marjanovic. Shoots over Zubac. Here's Cauley-Stein. Good work defensively by Morris. Clippers leading by 4 to the middle. And it's George missing.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Coley Stein goes in, shoots over Batum, and the wide-open shot from Redick drills the three-pointer. Redick's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Rondo scanning the floor. Morris outside. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And even from mid-range, J.J. Redick is the kind of shooter where that's a highly efficient shot.
LA's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Rondo against Brunson. And that one drops. And the Clippers lead by 1.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Rondo with the rebound. Stolen by Brunson. Out to the wing. To the inside. Out to Hardaway. Over George. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their biggest deficit was 6. And that's our...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Doncic out there with Richardson. Then there's Dwight Powell, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Morris, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Now, Doncic. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard.
Pick coming. Get there.
Morris trying to free himself up, and that one's good. Leonard.
This is what you want to do on the offensive end. Get Kawhi looks in the paint. Rely on him to make a play.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Here's man. The Mavericks making the shot. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Leonard kicks to Ibaka. The Mavericks pull it in. It's 2-on-1. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Morris with the ball.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Richardson, no luck. Porzingis with the steal. Pulls up for 3. And there's Richardson on the assist by Porzingis.
A long defender with great timing. Porzingis knows how to disrupt an offense's flow.
Here's Leonard. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Baseline jumper. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. The shot that time, not on target. Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And it's sent back by Morris.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority. And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here. Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
To the right side. Beverly against Doncic. It's not going to go for him. LA's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Outside Leonard. Out to Morris. 6 to shoot. Drills it from outside. Now it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
And Doncic, here we go. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Clippers leading by 3. 1:10 left here in the third quarter. And stolen by Redick. Out to Hardaway. Passes it to Marjanovic. A shake. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
And the Clippers have possession. The Mavericks making the shot. A nice shot by George.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Brunson finds Hardaway. Cauley Stein in the post. Cousins is there. They grab their own miss. Here's Marjanovic. Cauley Stein. Shooting foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the 5. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And George kicks to Batum. The Clippers need to get off a shot.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Dallas moving it around. From deep three-point range. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Doncic. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to George. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight, and the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
You know, as this game has gone along, his concentration has deteriorated. They've lost way too many possessions from him turning the ball over.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Doncic looking it over. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
In Europe, Doncic spent a lot of time as a primary ball handler. You see the craftiness there in terms of drawing fouls.
And so he hits both. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the free ball here. Jackson passes to Ibaka. Nobody near Leonard, and it's off from three-point range.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
To the paint. Doncic outside to take the lead. Count it.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
Jackson against Doncic. Jackson kicks to Ibaka. Kicks it out to Leonard. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
And the first one at the line is good. Hardaway hits them both. For the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Serge Ibaka. And Paul George is subbed in for Kawhi Leonard. And Dallas also making a switch. Finney-Smith's checked in. Richardson against George. Here's Kleba. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
A little pick and roll action. Richardson very unselfish. It's the man with a nice catchable pass.
Porzingis with the block. Richardson outside. He clangs that one off the back iron and down it falls. Richardson's got the lead up to 7 now for Dallas. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Good on the shot.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
Hardaway passes to Richardson. Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Porzingis. Now the pass to Richardson. Just fine on the clock. Here's Finney-Smith. It's hauled in by Paul George. Clippers trail by 5. Morris finds George. On the wing, Jackson. George with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. He goes up again. Jackson passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
1:12 left in the game. Here's Hardaway. And the layup's good off the glass.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
George with the ball. Passes it to Zubac.
We know about George's ability as a scorer, but he's also unselfish and a skilled playmaker.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. And here is Doncic. for Beverly. Bank shot, no good. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Outside Leonard. To tie it up. He's off from 3. From deep. So a close game sees Dallas taking. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Batum. Baca is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at point guard. And for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Damian Lillard out there with Powell. And it's Jones in at the small forward position. Now here's Jackson. Off target from outside. Down low. Collins, good. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It'll be a fun matchup to watch.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Powell, no one around him. His three-pointers off the mark. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, when Batum spots a wide-open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
Jackson against Lillard. Traps in the tray.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
Now, here is George. From deep three-point range, and again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the 3 at a ridiculous rate.
Lillard against Jackson. Nobody near Nurkic. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. George way outside. Doesn't go that time. And it's Portland the other way. Nurkic with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Right side, Collins. Lillard finds Collins. Back to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Jones, the pass to Nurkic. Fades away. The Clippers grab the miss.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
George, no good. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Batum grabs the miss. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. LA has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Outside, George. And it's George again missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And it's Lillard missing. The Clippers in the lead. Batum wide open. He fires. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Oh, and Batum has the lethal pull-up, Jimmy. If you don't get a hand up, you face the consequences of seeing him drain that shot.
Outside, Jones. Here's Collins. Portland again missing.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings to the table.
It's tipped. They need this one. Nurkic can't hit, and the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. Clippers leading by 4. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. The Clippers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And he knocks down the first one.
Oh, and Jackson is not just a terrific shooter, but a fantastic defender as well, using his great speed on both ends.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Morris. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Luke Kennard in for Jordan. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Jackson. McCollum against Kennard. 4 on the shot clock.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
A deep 3 from Leonard. And the Clippers miss again. Trailblazers trail by 6. Pass to Simons. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Now, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a role out on his team.
There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Cantor against Zubac. And Leonard puts it up from deep 3. Misses the 3. Portland's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Here's Simons. Up again, and Cantor able to finish.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Pass to Kennard. There's the 3. Offensive rebound. Cousins. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Clippers on top, up 2 from Portland. We're back in a moment.
You know, this game, you know, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Well, setting the pace early, aggressive mind state. I love their approach so far.
Anthony is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Leonard from deep three-point land. Beyond the arc. And Kanter pulls it down. Portland trailing here. Moving it up. Anthony, the pass to Simons. Back to Anthony. Passes it to Simons. That ties it up. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Beverly with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Cullen passes to Kanter. Here's Simons. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And here's the fast break. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
Three young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Stolen by Beverly. The pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Kennard finds Cousins. Over Anthony. And Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got his first points of the game.
Oh, there's no question how valuable Boogie is in the painted area now. It makes it a lot easier on the perimeter guys when you got someone like him inside.
A three from Leonard. Offensive rebound. They get a hand on it. Zubac, the pass to Leonard. They get the rebound. Lets the three fly. 5 to shoot. Zubac kicks to Beverly. Here's Leonard, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And for Portland, they're shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Now McCollum. Pass to Simons. McCollum left side. With the putback. And Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
George from deep three-point land. That one doesn't go. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's McCollum. And he banks in the layup. McCollum's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
Gotta respect the speed of McCollum. Fantastic at knifing through the defense and beating them to the bucket.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Pass to George. Fires the three. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. George has got 9 points.
He's doing some good work from long range. I mean, he had 2 threes in the first quarter. Now he's got 1 in the second.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Los Angeles on D. Jackson has the open look. Offensive rebound. Now the feed to Morris. Ibaka against Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. Outside Batum. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Powell dishes to Lillard. Passes to Nurkic. Outside Jones. Now here's Lillard. From deep. Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Lillard from outside. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to halftime just yet. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams. And that does it for our...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Paul George really making a difference here.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, the defense didn't do a very good job of staying connected to him. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
So for the Clippers right now, Batuma's out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Jackson in at the 1. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting to second chances.
George, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Jackson kicks to George. Launches it. 5 on the clock, and there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now, here's George. 9 points in the game so far.
Can't get anything to fall, but it hasn't gotten him down. I mean, he's still gunning. I guess he's still trying to contribute.
Lillard with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. Lillard way outside.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Pocket 6. From deep three-point range.
He just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding on, looking for the best shot possible.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
George from deep three-point land sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Lillard against Jackson. It's up a 3. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Collins good.
And look at it. A significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
George from deep three-point land. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here is Lillard. Looking to end his career.
Did you see that?
It's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
And a deep 3 from George. And it's George again missing.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
3-pointer, Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Oh, man, what amazing speed and body control by Jackson. Once he penetrates inside, he's searching for the foul on his shot.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Lillard from outside drains it from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Star just keeps rising. Damian Lillard, heck of a talent with tremendous range.
There's Jackson with the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Ibaka against Jones. Nobody near Lillard. No good on the triple.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
This one for three. Lillard again missing.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team. And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
It's Powell on the wing. Trains the three-pointer. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
Blazers on offense. They're on a 16-5 run here. George from deep three-point land. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Trailblazers lead by 9. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Such a smart offensive player. When McCollum sees these shots open up, he doesn't think twice about fouling.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And the pass to Kanter. Back to McCollum. From deep. He doesn't hit that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Zubac. The offensive rebound.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
Pass to Kanter. Here's Simons. Hands it from downtown. Simons has got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Yeah, D like that isn't going to get you back in the game. You have to stay connected to these shooters.
Cullen passes to Simons. A three-pointer off the mark. Clippers trail by 12. Kennard for 3. A rebound by Simons. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Covington, an easy 2 points on the layup.
Now, what confidence from the rangy swing man. I mean, he knows what it takes to convert from there.
Beverly for 3. Los Angeles with another miss. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Pass to Kanter. Back to Covington. McCollum outside. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. The Trailblazers rebound. Anthony kicks to McCollum. Pass to Simons. From downtown. Rebound by the Clippers. From deep. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Trailblazers leading by 12. Simons, the pass to McCollum. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Kanter dishes to Anthony. Back to Kanter. Portland moving the ball around. Anthony finds McCollum. Here's Simons. The pass to Kanter. Here's Simons. The three-pointer, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Leonard. The Trailblazers have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Pass to Canner. Here's Simons. The three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. Portland leading by 10.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Trailblazers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Damian Lillard.
He was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. Baseline try. That one goes. Count it.
Can't afford to give McCullough any breathing room. Once he has it, he's ready to shoot.
Kennard for 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Outside Covington. And the 3 off target. Now the Clippers moving it up. Kennard for 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Oh, huge play by the former Duke. Kennard not shy away from home.
And so it's Portland winning. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. To be with you on a Monday. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Jones in at the 3, the small forward. And for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Doncic. Passes to Kleber. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And tonight, a battle between conference rivals. These teams, Brent, know each other very well.
Yeah, very few surprises for either opponent tonight in this game, Kevin. I think they actually send Christmas cards to one another. They know each other that well. Who is going to execute when it matters? That's going to be the difference.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Here's Collins. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Collins not afraid of getting hit on the inside and goes up through all of that arms and legs in there.
Doncic against Jones. Goes back up. Kleber with the bucket.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Lillard finds Nurkic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Here's Doncic. The pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Hardaway. And here is Doncic. He's guarded by Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Doncic kicks to Kleber. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Lillard scanning the floor. Powell for 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up. In that situation.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Outside, Jones. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Nobody near Lillard. No good on the 3. Mavericks leading by 5. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Now, here's Doncic. 6 points for him. Outside, Porzingis. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Porzingis playing with some heart now, never giving up or into the defense, muscling through that difficult shot.
Here's Lillard. Porzingis with the block. 3-on-3. Here's Doncic. Pass to Kleber. It's stolen by Jones. Powell, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Jones against Doncic. Great D that time from Nurkic. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 7. That's tipped. Pass break, Dallas. Kleber, the pass to Doncic. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. 26 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Doncic. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. 2 points. That one goes. Doncic has got 8.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Lillard. Here's Nurkic. At the elbow, it's Lillard. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
The 3 for Doncic. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. It's been all about Luka. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his...
I know that when the main guy...
I think he's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Richardson is out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. No one near him. And he gets the jumper to drop. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. And Redick kicks to Cauley-Stein. In the corner, Powell with it. Pass to Redick. From past the arc. Rebounded by Anthony. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Simons. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on J.J. Redick. This is his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good. Greg, is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you know you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So you know the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well, but so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Here's Powell. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Cauley-Stein. Powell. That shot missing. Now Portland takes it the other way. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum with the ball. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Portland again missing.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Powell dishes to Richardson. Redick for 3. Dallas again missing. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Shrugs off the contact and dunks it. He'll go to the free throw line.
I know CJ plays the two-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Dallas making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. To end the drought, and the dunk by Doncic.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Here's Simons. Anthony right side. Over Cauley Stein. And he can't bank that one in. It's Richardson on the wing. Here's Powell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Cauley Stein. Hardaway is subbed in for Richardson. Damian Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, Lillard aggressive in this game so far. Awesome at finding different ways to attack close to the rim.
Inside, Kleber, the pass to Doncic. A pass to Porzingis, an emphatic LU jam.
That's a big target in Porzingis, but he delivers.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. The feed now to Cantor. Shoots over Doncic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Sinks the triple. Lillard's got it all tied up now for Portland.
That's a nice play. Getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, defense has got to be a little bit better, especially when he's looking to fire from that distance.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now, here's Doncic. 10 points for him. A rebound by Simons. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Powell kicks to Jones. For 3. Powell pulls it in. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Doncic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A fearless competitor. When Doncic is driving inside, he just embraces the contact on the way up.
Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Powell against Hardaway. Now here's Powell. D right on him. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. Jones, no one around him. The shot missing. Powell with it. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. From deep three-point range. And that'll do it for the first half. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 12 points, 2 assists. And that'll do it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard, and it's Jones in at the 3. Here's Lillard, but they recover it. Jones the pass to Collins. Back to Jones. Down low, trying to find Marjanovic. Gets it over to him. A Pass to Porzingis, and that one is off. Portland trailing here. Collins kicks to Powell. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. For the lead, Jones from outside. The rebound by Marjanovic.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Hardaway dishes to Doncic. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Doncic against Lillard. Porzingis with the block.
I'm not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
The pass to Finney-Smith. Now Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
He's just adept at gutting the defense in these sets. Give Doncic a passing lane, and he'll thread the needle.
Now here's Powell. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Lillard finds Collins. Back to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. Portland moving the ball around. From outside the arc. Portland again missing.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Powell for 3. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Outside Hardaway. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Coley Stein comes in for Marjanovic. Dwight Powell's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. The Mavericks leading. And here's Redick. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. There's the triple. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound. And for Portland, their shooting struggle is apparent. 37% from the field. And Anthony gets it to go.
Defense finding it hard to get to Carmelo right now, especially in the pull-up game. Even if they're doing their best, still beating them with better offense.
Now here's Redick. It's Richardson on the wing. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And for Portland, they're shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. The putback, great positioning on the putback. Simons has got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And the shot goes in.
Well, the D can't give Richardson that kind of lane to the basket. He will jump all over any available space.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. 11 seconds left in the third. Pass to Simons. 5 to shoot. Here's Cantor. Coley Stein with the defensive effort.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And we'll get going after this from 3 tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Now Reddick. They've got Cauley Stein. J.J. Reddick is out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Melly in at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Shot clock at 6. Here's Cauley Stein, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Anthony left side. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Richardson gets a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Zinkas, he's checked in for Powell. Dallas calls timeout. Some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Hardaway comes in for Nicolo Melli. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Richardson. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Lillard's checked in. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He wants them to work for more easy baskets in transition. He said, the moment we take possession of the ball, I want us to attack. If there's nothing there, then you can pull it back out and run the offense. Kevin?
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Here's Marjanovic. Here's Porzingis. That's tipped and stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Three-pointer, Lillard.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Dallas has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Passes it to Cannon. Lillard against Porzingis. And it's Lillard missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Pretty nice work there in the open floor. Hardaway Jr. good at running to the right spot on the court and being ready.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Hardaway. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Jones checked in for Robert Covington. Doncic against Lillard. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Lillard's got the game tied up here for Portland.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. who better to call than this guy?
Outside for Reddick. Doncic outside. Good work there as it goes.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Three-pointer, Lillard knocks down the three ball. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
That's a tip of the cap there, always wanting to take the big shot for his team. Lillard makes more than his fair share.
Doncic with it, now defended by McCollum. Doncic against McCollum. Doncic dishes to Cauley-Stein. Shot clock at 2.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot clock.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
That's a huge confidence boost right there for Kristaps Porzingis. He's proving he's got what it takes in those moments.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Cauley-Stein grabs the board.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Some nice passing here by Dallas. And Doncic, here we go. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You just never know what Doncic is going to do. I mean, which is one of the reasons he gets the defense to foul.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter.
And I want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Nurkic kicks to Anthony. There's the pass to Lillard. And Lillard gets double-teamed. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Doncic outside. Shot clock at 5. Cauley-Stein passes to Richardson. Oh, wow, unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up the shot clock violation. Now here's Lillard. And he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down.
Well, he has that ability, elevates his game in the clutch time. It's Lillard time. He's on point.
And the Mavericks call time here. What's your take, guys?
And they have just enough time for a catch and shoot here. It has to be an immediate shot, though. That's their only hope.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This A stunning view of the moon and the Clippers starting five. They've got Paul George. Morris is out there with Batum. And it's Ibaka. And it's Jackson in at the 1. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Now here's Jackson. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
George. Not enough on that one as it misses.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Hardaway with a wide open look. Another 3 for Dallas.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And that's what he's looking for. After 3 straight misses, finally finds the mark.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Hardaway from outside. Batum grabs the miss. LA's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And it's George missing.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Now here's Doncic. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway.
And he can play the long-range game, the mid-range game. He takes it to the rack. Doncic is a versatile 3-level scorer. And PG, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Here's Doncic after the Clippers pick up 2. Pass to Kleba. Takes a 3. Doncic, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
The 3. Dallas, no good that time either.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Hardaway with the steal. Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. Fires the 3. Sinks the 3-pointer. Hardaway has got 9. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. The shot by George, wide open. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going.
Porzingis trying to get free. Hardaway, no good. Clippers trail by 4. And here's George for 3. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with his offense.
They get it back. Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. That doesn't go either for Hardaway. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And here's George for 3. And it's George again missing.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Hardaway with it. He's got 9. Pass to Finney-Smith. Now here's Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Clippers trail by 4. The three from George. It's good from long range. 9 points in the game so far.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
Outside Hardaway. Doncic outside. Fires for three. A shot off that time.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And here's George for three. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
Outside Hardaway. Now the pass to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Batum. Clock at 4. Hardaway from outside. Here's Porzingis. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Mavericks, Bogdanovic is out there with Powell. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Melly in at small forward. Brunson kicks to Richardson. They get it back. Bogdanovic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Redick is checked in. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Morris. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Redick is in the corner. Leonard with the steal. One-on-one here. Beverley against Brunson. And Beverley kicks to Kennard. From the wing. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
I love the patience Beverley has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverley is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Now here's Beverley. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Now Marjanovic passes it to Brunson. And here is Powell. Redick for 3. Connects from three-point range. Redick's got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
There are some shooters that you can't lose sight of. Redick doesn't miss those.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Beverley against Brunson. Nobody near Leonard. Drills it from outside. Leonard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Beverley against Brunson. Kicks it to Richardson. Pass to Redick. Takes the 3. The rebound by Ibaka. Clippers leading by 3. Dishes it to Beverly. .135 left in the first half of basketball. Leonard, no luck.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Redick from deep three-point land. Redick can't get that one to fall.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
And that one's good, Leonard.
Kawhi with the 3, showing he's able to stretch the floor more and more.
Here's Brunson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 50 seconds left in the first half. Kennard with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. And it's Leonard missing. Mavericks trail by 6. Outside for Redick. Or the 3. Traps in the tray. Redick's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Mavs.
J.J. Redick, very comfortable behind the three-point line. Knocked that one down.
Pass to Kennard. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting the ball poorly, just 28%. Kicks it out to Richardson. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard on the wing. Shoots over Redick. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And that... All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Like a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were in a 7-point hole at one stage, but it never got bigger. And by just a fraction... And that'll...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
He's been vital to spacing the floor for them. Makes everything else you want to do easier to accomplish.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Reggie Jackson. Baca is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Batum. And at the 3, the small forward. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching. And I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s. But I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. George passes to Jackson. Back to George. Shoots the 3. That one doesn't drop. And it's Dallas the other way. And here is Kleber. No points in the game yet for him. And Doncic, here we go. Hardaway from outside. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. A nice shot by George.
Great hustle by Paul, using his speed in the open court. And then, of course, he's an excellent finisher.
Doncic against Jackson. Doncic kicks to Kleber. From the arc. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove. Their struggles from the field continue. Yet, they still hold the lead.
Hardaway from outside. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up. But it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort. Ugly start to this half, hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
The Clippers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
George missing again.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game. Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Outside for George. The 3 ball. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
Doncic dishes to Hardaway. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you got to protect the ball.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Redick is checked in. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Morris. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Mavericks trailed by 3. Here's Hardaway. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Mavericks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Melly is checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway hits them both. And Los Angeles, guys, shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. We've got 28 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Off target with his 3. For Dallas, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Redick is in the corner. Over Ibaka. Porzingis passes to Melo. For the lead. And Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway's got 20. Kennard for 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The Clippers trail. They got Porzingis. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Melly in at the power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And here's George for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. George has got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Clippers. Doncic with it. He dishes it to Redick. And there's the pass to Hardaway. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Now, here's Zubac. Beverley looking around. Passes to George. 3-pointer. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Beverley with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. The shot by George, no good. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. It's a 1-point game. And it's Hardaway again missing. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. George from deep three-point land. The long-distance three is buried. George has got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Clippers. Left side, Redick. The three for Doncic. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
All about converting your opportunities. He just hit his second three of this half, third of the night.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Back to George. The tray. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And every time you think he can't hit another,
The three for Doncic. Another three for Dallas.
What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Pass to George. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Offensive rebound and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. George dishes to Beverly. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. That's good for George on the assist by Beverly. George has got 36.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
From deep. Cousins pulls it in. The Clippers in the lead. Pass to Beverly. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter of this one. From deep, George. And another three for the Clippers.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Trying to get his man back for the last three. It helps to not make this personal.
The pass to Beverly. 1:11 left to play here in the fourth. And here's George for three. Sinks the triple. George has got 42 in the game.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
The shot by Redick, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Doncic against Beverly. The deep three from George. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Hardaway for three. They get the rebound. Porzingis kicks to Redick. Hardaway from outside. Dallas again missing. Here's Los Angeles now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Doncic against Beverly. Frames it from downtown.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one. That is prototype rebounding right there. He gets the position down low, boxes out, and then corrals it.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Our cameras caught the Clippers arriving at their building and coming through the tunnel with a lot of style and confidence. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Norman Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Jones in at small forward. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. George with no one around. Drains the three-pointer.
And boy, he's got terrific feel on that jump shot. That's how George knocks down those catch-and-shoot jumpers in the blink of an eye.
Powell dishes to Lillard. Back to Powell. It's up a three. No good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. George with the ball. Jones covering. Jones against Ibaka. And George able to finish. George has got 5 now.
And I like the anticipation of George on the glass there. A veteran sense of where the miss is going.
Pass to Collins. Back to Lillard. And here's Collins. Guarded by Jackson. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas. For 2. That's his first foul. We play just over a minute here in the first. Three-pointer, Lillard. They get it back. And Collins is right there.
And offensive rebounding is about commitment. There you see Collins showing plenty of it to grab the board.
Jackson passes to George. George double teamed. Back to Jackson. The pass to Ibaka. The three. Nurkic with the steal. Fast break. Here they come. And here they go. Here's Powell. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, you like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. The three from George. Rebound by Nurkic.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open three like that.
And the dunk by Powell.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And, Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Outside, George. It's blocked. Here's Lillard. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Jackson dishes to Morris. Back to Jackson. Shoots over Lillard. And there's Jackson on the assist by Morris. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. 6 on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Ibaka, the pass to George. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. George has got 8 points.
Oh, he's got to roll in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Lillard against Jackson. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Oh, I like the playmaking ability of Lillard. I mean, unpredictable in these pick-and-roll sets, and excellent at slicing the ball through the defense.
Passes it to Ibaka. Back to Jackson. From deep. Not going to go that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. Nurkic with it. George picks him up. Lillard from deep three-point land. And it's Lillard again missing.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots up.
Portland's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Well, Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
The deep three from George. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Powell. Again, the Trailblazers good for two.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
The deep three from George. No good on the last second attempt there. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is stiff.
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Again, McCollum missing.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Marcus Morris. Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Kennard for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Again, McCollum missing. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 7, and Ibaka slams it in.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk.
Simons surveying the D. Nails the wide open jump shot. Simons has got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Covington against Leonard. Shoots over Covington, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
To the middle, Leonard with the steal. On the wing, and the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. Kanter controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Kanter has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And Kanter pulls it down. .139 left now here in the second. Covington kicks to McCollum. That one falls.
I think McCollum's mechanics and mindset really come into play in the mid-range game. He's deadly from that area.
Clippers trail by 7. Now Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Kennard for the three. Hits the three-point bomb.
Everybody wants shooters like Kennard these days. Keep hitting threes, Luke. It'll earn you lots of dough.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
Pass to Carmelo. 27 seconds left in the first half of the game. Just 5 on the clock. And the basket by McCollum.
And he's not going to pass up that one. And trust me, he shouldn't. He's solid from that in-between there.
Now here's Beverly. Defense right on him. The pass to Kennard. Shoots the three. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
We got DeMarcus Cousins, Patrick Beverly out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Zubac in at the center position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Here's Powell. He's got 6 over George. The shot by Powell, no good.
But this is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And Lillard kicks to Jones. Kicks it out to Lillard. Passes it to Powell. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
They needed that one. Maybe they'll get it going after 4 straight misses to start the half.
George finds Jackson. Back to George. Launches it. Bangs home the trifecta. George has got 11.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
Powell, the pass to Nurkic. Powell against George. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Powell, no one around him. No good with the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Morris kicks to George. Back to Morris for the lead. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Powell against Jackson. Tipped away. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. Here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. From outside the arc, hands it from downtown. 8 points for him.
The outside shot of Lillard is pure. I mean, he always seems to have the look that's going in.
It's George on the wing. From deep. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Powell. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Oh, man, a reliable glue guy. Collins isn't just a skilled scorer. I mean, he's a rebounder, and he passes it well, too.
Lillard against Rondo. Outside, George. But he stays with it. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Batum finds Rondo. And here's George. Takes a 3. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I just love the aggressive attitude of Batum, especially how hard he hits the board.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Launches a 3. And it's Lillard missing.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute to it.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Pass to Nurkic. To the inside. Stolen by George. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. To halt the run. Morris with the rebound.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Lillard with it. He's got 8. Now the pass to Nurkic. Nobody near Lillard. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
George from deep three-point land. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Clippers leading by 5. On the floor for Portland, we've got C.J. McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Kennard for 3. Unable to get that one. And it's Portland the other way.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Kicks it out to Covington. Simons, the pass to McCollum. 4 on the clock. They shoot again. And stolen by Cousins. Pass to Kennard. Cousins. It's good on the putback.
Such a massive guy. Cousins is a wrecking ball from the glass.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. Here's Simons. Jacks up a 3. Cousins pulls it in. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Kennard for 3. They get it again. And here's Leonard from 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Kanter's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Simons. Portland again missing. Los Angeles leading by 7. Poked away. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Pulls it from the elbow. Portland no good that time either. The Clippers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the 1 make. Kennard for 3. Portland grabs the miss.
Can't quite find his three-point touch in the second half yet. He had 2 in the first half, but still none since the break.
Trailblazers trail by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
McCollum dishes to Cantor. Back to McCollum. Plenty of space. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Pass to Kennard. Ibaka outside. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
George is checked in for Los Angeles. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Outside, Covington. There's the pass to Cantor. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Ibaka. Now, here's George. And an intentional foul right there. So Portland ends up going with the new group. George against Powell. And Beverly kicks to George. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Well, this is what you want from Nurkic, a fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
Passes it to George. On the arc. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 3. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Well, Lillard, he's an exceptional player. He's a guy you trust to make the right decision in these moments.
George dishes to Beverly. Back to George. This one for 3. And the 3 ball is good. George has got 23.
He is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Lillard outside. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. From downtown. The putback, it drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
George passes to Beverly. Back to George. And Ibaka kicks to George. Just 4 to shoot. From deep 3-point range, Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Collins. And McCollum subbed in for Norman Powell. And here's McCollum for 3. Misses the 3. Now George. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ballgame.
And it's a wrap. Any chance they may have had for a comeback just went out the window with those free.
So it's the Clippers taking the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Finney Smith in at the 1. And for Portland, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Damian Lillard out there with Powell. And it's Jones in at the 3. Now, here's Lillard. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Tries from 16, and he drops that one in. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. Yeah. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Collins. And Collins is right there.
You know, Collins with a good read there and laser focused on where he could get to collect the offensive board.
To the wing right side. Porzingis finds Cauley-Stein. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Nurkic can't hit. Powell against Cauley Stein. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
And so it's Dallas with it. Marjanovic passes to Cauley Stein. Rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. That one goes in.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
Here's Finney-Smith, covered by Lillard. Finney-Smith kicks to Marjanovic. And now Portland on the break. Here's Jones. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Lillard with the rebound.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
Powell against Kleber. Collins kicks to Jones. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 3-pointer, Lillard. The Mavericks pull it in. Now Cauley Stein. Dallas, no good that time either.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
Here's Marjanovic. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Lillard outside. And there's 1:45 left in the first quarter. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
Cauley Stein in great position to reject that shot.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. The Mavericks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Good on both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Powell for 3. Porzingis with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Lillard. The Mavericks making the shot. Ring shot on the way. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot. He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Now, here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. There's the 3. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Here's Porzingis. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
How about the touch from Porzingis, demonstrating just how comfortable he is operating in that area of the floor.
Lillard, the pass to Jones. Now here's Lillard. Not a lot of room. Here's Collins to end the run. That shot no good. That one misses. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Maverick. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how
I look to the times where
Craig, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Dwight Powell. Richardson is out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Hardaway in at the 2. Here's Simons, guarded by Doncic. Back to McCollum. And he drops in the layup off the glass. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Here's Doncic, the 17th. Footer goes down.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Here's Simons, guarded by Doncic, and stolen by Richardson. Hardaway with a wide-open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Mavericks trail by 3. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Now, here's Cantor. Here's Simons. Pass to Anthony. 5 on the clock. Here's Covington. Got a piece of it. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
You just never know what Doncic is going to do. I mean, which is one of the reasons he gets the defense to foul him.
Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duo.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. So it's the Mavericks now. The Blazers getting the bucket. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. Redick for 3.
And their offense has all but disappeared this quarter, shooting in the low 30s for the game. They had some success in that first quarter, but not much since then.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Doncic outside, from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Doncic has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Hardaway with the steal. From deep three-point range, Doncic, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. They grabbed their own miss.
And it's not a secret. Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 7. And good that time. Doncic has got 9 points.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Outside, Covington. McCollum deciding where to go with it. He feeds it to Anthony. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 11 points in the game.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Hardaway against McCollum. Canner in the corner. A three-pointer, no good. C.J. McCollum. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The largest lead they had was 6. And that...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Norman Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Jones in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Nurkic kicks to Powell. Lillard outside. 6 to shoot. Outside Collins. That one's not going to go. And it's Dallas the other way. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. Here's Cauley Stein. Passes it to Kleba. 5 to shoot for the tie. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. It's 2-on-1. Here's Jones, and Jones with the stop.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Here's Finney-Smith. Porzingis trying to get free. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yes, finally one drops after the 0 of 3 start.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Powell, the pass to Jones. Back to Powell, right wing. Lillard outside. Back to Powell. Lillard up top, wide open. And that one goes long.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board. Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Back to Lillard. From deep, the long distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got 7.
That's a nice shot from Damian Lillard. He feels like he can drain it just about anywhere and appreciates the fact that he's got that kind of range.
Mr. Porzingis fires for 3. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. Jones kicks to Lillard. And that comes off the assist by Jones. He's got 10.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him. 1:58 left in the third. Porzingis, and the layup's good off the glass.
Porzingis playing with some heart now, never giving up or into the defense, muscling through that difficult shot.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Lets the three fly, and it's Lillard again missing.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And now Portland on the break. Here's Powell. Tips it, and Collins is right there.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Outside, Porzingis. We've got 1:13 left to play in the third.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
And then Lillard slams it in.
What a luxury for a staff to have a guard who can do this. Lillard able to elevate quickly for the monster jam.
Paulie Stein passes to Marjanovic. And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's stolen by Jones. And again, Portland running the court in transition. Powell, that's good.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here's Porzingis. 8 points for him. Inside. Finney-Smith can't get it to go. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Back to McCollum from deep three-point range. The Trailblazers rebound. And stolen by Richardson. Hardaway dishes to Powell. Kicks it out to Richardson. Over McCollum. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Richardson.
The evolution of Josh Richardson is going to be very exciting for this organization. When he's sinking the catch-and-shoot jump shots, look out.
And so it's Portland. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. On the floor for Dallas. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Richardson. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Powell in at the center filling out the middle. Again, McCollum missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Kicks it out to Richardson. No good from outside. Portland leading by 9. Here's McCollum. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played is so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
So much inside of Josh Richardson that is yet to be tapped into. An athletic shooting guard who can play both ends of the floor.
That's good from Richardson. Norman Powell's checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. Dallas also making some changes. Porzingis is coming in for Dwight Powell. Marjanovic subbed in for J.J. Redick. And the pass to Powell. Covington in the corner. Off target from outside. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his third foul of the game. Mavericks trail by 6. And here's Doncic. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got his 6th rebound on the night. And Lillard kicks to Anthony. Pass to Powell. Beyond the arc. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists now in this one.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Dallas again missing. Trailblazers leading by 9. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Hardaway with the steal. On the wing, Doncic. He gets that one.
Pretty unselfish play there, right? Porzingis finding the open man, and it's more and more comfortable and more aware of everything going on around him.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard with it. Porzingis with the block.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Tim Hardaway Jr. delivers.
For Portland, they've gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Lillard left side. What a jam!
Fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Doncic looking it over. Off target from 3-point range.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
1:25 left in the 4th quarter. Lillard outside. Shot clock at 5. Again the miss by Lillard. Mavericks trail by 7.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. It out to Covington. Cantor, the pass to Lillard. The shot, no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Here's Hardaway. Yes!
That is a gutsy shot from Hardaway, and he comes through.
Got a piece of it. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
Lillard with it. Hardaway picks him up. Passes to Powell. Back to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Over Hardaway. Offensive rebound. Cantor. Nice D from Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Doncic. Misses the 3. And so it's Portland winning this one. It was a thing. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.